So it is 5:30 on Monday, the Monday before surgery.
In less than 24 hours, Brian Dinsmore will have gastric bypass surgery.
And everything is green light, so we are ready to go for tomorrow morning.
And will hopefully leave behind decades of struggle with obesity.
You know, it's like I'm coming to the end of a long race.
Brian's been running this race since he was 10, the first time he realized he was bigger than all his friends. He used diets, exercise, and even liquid fasts to lose weight, dropping as much as 180 pounds in 7 months. But the weight always comes back.
And I will check in again.
So now, using video diaries and his conversations with us, he'll share this life-changing experience as he undergoes surgery to end this fight once and for all.
I came to a point in my life where I'm tired of fighting that part of the battle, the why. Why does this happen? Until I figure out why I eat the way I eat, I can't go along, I can't keep killing myself. And I'm killing myself. I mean, slowly but surely.
Was there like a breaking point or just the realization that this is an option and it's time?
My doctor didn't say go do this, but what he was kind of saying was, you are really lucky. You're obese, but you don't have high blood pressure. You don't have diabetes. You don't have high cholesterol. You don't have, on and on and on, yet. So that was a real wake-up call.
You're a dad. That's probably one of the biggest motivations, huh?
Yeah.
Look at your little one and you say, I want to be around for a long time.
Yeah. When my daughter was born, I thought that it would be the biggest motivator in the world for me to lose weight, and it wasn't. And I really struggled with, if I don't want to do it for myself, why won't I do it for her?
Brian's daughter Molly is now 2. His hope is that she won't even remember him at this size. And he wants to spare her all the uncomfortable moments he and his wife Mimi have endured over the years.
When a person's overweight, they face a lot of challenges, and you don't realize that until you're the overweight person. We've been on airplanes where there was a lot of issues, where other passengers would look at him like, oh, I'm not going to sit there.
And I can almost read the look in their eye until they know you. It's like everything, it's like fat guy's talking to me. This is a fat guy. God, this guy's fat. And I catch myself doing it. I'm always on the lookout for people fatter than I am. And it's almost like validation. Well, I'm not that, well, I'm not as big as that guy. Holy crud, look at him.
Now, at age 41, Brian is finished being the fat guy. He'll undergo laparoscopic surgery at John Muir Medical Center in Concord. In a 2-hour procedure, Dr. Fernando Otero will reorganize Brian's digestive system to limit how much he can eat and how much nutrition his body can absorb.
We create a pouch in your stomach. We make it about 30 cc's in size, which is very small. Then we take the small bowel, 100 centimeters of it, and connect it to the gastric pouch.
Skipping that much intestine means the system can't absorb nearly as many calories. It's a simple idea, but a major operation.
Bye. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
Okay.
It'll be great. Should we have a group hug?
Daddy, one more hug.
I look at this with a mixture of anticipation, excitement, anxiety, dread, guilt.
Bye, sweetie. Bye.
I'm kind of embarrassed that I have to do this. I mean, do something as drastic as this.
Bye.
Bye. But I know that it's the right thing to do. I trust my medical team. I trust the folks that are helping me in doing this. My wife's behind me, and the people at work are behind me.
Well, good morning. Surgery went really well. No complications.
After 30 years of failed diets and devastating setbacks, Brian Dinsmore has undergone gastric bypass surgery to finally put an end to his obesity.
I don't feel a whole lot of pain, but they're giving me some good medication.
And he's using a video diary to record the dramatic physical change and equally striking emotional impact.
I don't have a whole lot of pain where the incisions were made, which is, here.
Brian is actually an excellent candidate for this type of surgery. This is about a 30 cc pouch.
Dr. Fernando Otero used a laparoscopic procedure to reduce Brian's stomach from about the size of a cantaloupe to the size of a lemon. Less than a week later, Brian is recovering at home.
I have pain kind of internally, like if you did like 1,000 sit-ups. It's been 10 days since I had my surgery, and I'm starting to feel a lot better. I'm starting to get my energy back. I still have no appetite. I'm actually forcing myself to cook some soup. There's dinner. Ugh. Today I had my first weigh-in. In a little bit less than 2 weeks, I've lost 16 pounds. It's been 3 weeks. I went in and weighed in and I'd lost 26 pounds.
After 8 weeks and 45 pounds lost, Brian's thinking he should be losing weight faster. He checks in with Dr. Otero.
You know, on average, it's about 2/3 of a pound to 3/4 of a pound a day. You know, that's completely normal.
Okay.
So you're doing great.
I wanted to be ahead of the curve.
You will be ahead of the curve. It's just going to take you a little longer. That's okay.
You know, I have absolutely no complaints. I couldn't be happier. I mean, it's so
I'm
amazing.
very proud of you.
No complaints, but one big concern.
My biggest fear is that, and I've had this fear before when I've lost weight, is that I'm going to go to a certain point, lose X number of pounds, like say 180 pounds, and look great, and no matter what I do, I won't be able to stop the weight from coming back on. It scares the heck out of me. I've had nightmares about it.
It is physically possible for gastric bypass patients to regain their excess weight. To stick with the program, Brian eats only tiny portions.
This used to be Brian's dinner plate. To Brian's dinner plate.
He must stick with a strict regimen of vitamins to make up for the nutrition he's not taking in. To keep burning fat, he exercises regularly, and he attends a support group with other gastric bypass patients.
And the rest of my life is learning to live with food, and instead of living for food. I'll be able to eat maybe a third of that. It's hard. You take this big part of your life away. As much as I didn't want to admit that food was a huge part of my life, it was.
The long wait for his energy level to return has been an unpleasant surprise.
Okay, that's gonna do it.
And he's found something else he didn't expect.
I'm walking down the sidewalk, heads don't snap to look at me. That's been a surprise already. I've become more anonymous.
To really get lost in the crowd, Brian has a lot more work ahead. Now, after more than 2 months and 70 pounds lost, he's trying to take the staggering task at hand, one day at a time.
Every day does get a little bit better. So I get through every day knowing that the next day is going to be a little bit better. When I look out for the rest of my life, though, it's a little bit strange because this is the rest of my life.
Juliette Goodrich, CBS 5 Eyewitness News.
I found that this procedure, this surgery, drastic as it is the kind of thing that I need because I can't keep killing myself. This is absolutely not the easy way.
8 months later.
This is really, really hard.
130 pounds lighter.
The hardest thing I've ever done, but best thing I've ever done.
Brian Dinsmore is now only about 45 pounds from his goal weight.
In the first couple of months, the weight loss was it was unbelievable. I mean, it was 5, 6, 7, 8 pounds a week. Some weeks, you know, I'll only lose 3 or 4 pounds.
But his determination hasn't lost a step.
Okay, give me another one, give me another one. There's a huge difference in his fitness. There's a lot of strength, a lot more core strength, a lot of ab strength, a lot of back strength, a lot of general strength. No forearms.
Brian works out 5 days a week, 2 with trainer Ravi Tanner.
This time he really understands what needs to be done to keep his weight off. 4 more, and he's working hard to do that.
Not happy.
His new, healthier lifestyle takes up more time, not just exercising,
How about a little piece?
but arranging nutritious meals.
Okay. There's a lot of planning involved in what am I going to eat, when am I going to eat, am I eating enough protein, am I getting everything I need to get?
He has to avoid sugar, fat, and bread, but otherwise he eats what he wants, just not nearly as much as he used to.
The tricky thing about this way of life is if you eat until you're full, you'll feel sick. So you want to stop eating before you feel full.
Because it is possible for patients to regain weight even after surgery, Brian will always have to be careful. And even after this many months, he'll have to watch for complications like leaks in his digestive system, liver failure, and vitamin deficiencies. All risks, he says, are worth the way he feels now.
It's night and day.
Okay, bye.
I didn't realize how bad I felt until I started feeling good again when I lost all the weight. I mean, my knees, my back, my neck, headaches, not being able to sleep at night, indigestion. I mean, all these little tiny things that I just thought was part of getting older and part of life.
It's gone.
Gone.
Have you ever had a dream where you're that guy 8 months ago?
I have this horrible dream that I wake up and it never happened. That I never had the surgery. That I'm still that guy. And it's a nightmare.
A nightmare Brian lived for decades, and he wasn't the only one who suffered.
I'm really glad I've done what I've done, but I'm really regretful that for a lot of years I put my wife through unpleasant experiences with me surrounding my weight. It's hard enough to go through life obese. It's heartbreaking to bring the people you love with you. It's not fair to them.
His jeans are now 14 sizes smaller. The old ones are a good reminder of the progress he's made. But Brian is careful not to look at his success so far as the end of the story.
I'm not super obese anymore. I'm just overweight, which I didn't think I would ever say. I'm just overweight. And I've still got a ways to go. I mean, I'm not done. I won't be done for the rest of my life.
Juliette Goodrich, CBS 5 Eyewitness News.